Hey friends, today's video is from a few weeks ago. I'm just now getting time to sit down and do my voiceover for it. So we're just going to be cleaning up a little bit of everywhere in the house. And if you noticed just a little bit ago, I cleaned up a little bit of that corner. It was my kids' chore charts that I am starting. So that will be coming soon. But I kind of have just been working on those with the kids to kind of make it the best that we can before I share it with you guys. It is working out really well. However, we have had a lot going on in our little family, so it's kind of slacked off a little bit. But once I kind of have it perfected and the kids are doing it without a hitch, I will share it with you once I know for sure it works. So just tidying up the kitchen before we get started on the rest of the house. This was recorded on a Friday. Fridays I usually have the day off, so I really take advantage of kind of resetting the house, getting as much done as I can. That way we can enjoy the weekend and go into a new week with a fairly clean house. I try to do as much as I can throughout the week to keep it manageable. However, it's always inevitable that I have a lot to do on my Fridays, and that's okay. So we are just getting things done one step at a time. I will say I always like to start in the kitchen just because, you know, it's the heart of the home. If someone were to come over, it's pretty much the only thing that they see because they come in the back door and then right into the kitchen. So if I can get the kitchen done, then I feel like if someone stopped over unannounced or needed to stop by for some reason, it's not going to completely embarrass me because guess what? It's clean and they don't have to see the rest of the house. So I always try to start in the kitchen and get that done. And usually once the kitchen's clean, then it gives me the momentum to keep going. But it also makes me feel a lot better that it's at least tidied up and clean. Now that the kitchen's clean, I wanted to go ahead and bake some cookies. Now this isn't going to be Betty Crocker style. This is going to be these really good Reese's cookies. They're made by Pillsbury and I get them from Walmart, but they are seriously our favorite peanut butter cookies and they're so easy. You just slap them on the pan and put them in the oven. So nothing fancy, but I wanted to go ahead and make some cookies so the kids would have a little something for a snack when they got home from school. So we're going to do some cookies and some popcorn, but just going to go ahead and finish cleaning the sink while the oven preheats and get those cookies baking. If you've been around a while, you know that we built this house and moved in July, and for the second time I've gotten a rust stain on my quartz countertops, and the first time I about had a heart attack, but now I know just to use the pink stuff paste and it comes right off. You have to scrub a little bit, but it comes right off. So this time it was from a pan. The last time it was from our cast iron skillet. So note to self, if you have quartz countertops and you have a rust spot, just try the pink stuff paste and it'll come right out. Finishing up the sink, I kind of let it set for a little bit before I scrubbed it, but now it's nice and clean and we can keep moving on to the bedroom. I wanted to go ahead and make the bed. Even though it's kind of later on in the day, I still feel better just having a made bed. So I did go ahead and make it really quick. With the change of seasons, I have a really bad habit of going to bed with like pants and a t-shirt and a sweatshirt on, like warm, comfy clothes. And then I halfway through the night get too hot and end up taking things off layer by layer. So then I have a pile of clothes to the side of my bed. So that was what I was doing, just picking up those clothes before I could finish making the bed. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bitch. If I have time for nothing else, making my bed and tidying my kitchen really changes my mood and makes me feel like my whole house is clean. But it is Friday, and on Fridays we try to get everything done. So we're moving back into the laundry room just to get this little pile put away and folded, and then we will keep going. As I said before, my videos are a little bit out of order just because of the sequence of events that have occurred, but before the video before this, I had a lot of laundry that was piled up, but before that, up until this point, I had been keeping up with laundry like really, really well. I'm super proud of myself. I had a good system going. Just putting this table in here to fold my clothes on and to have a place for my clothes to to wait for me to put them, fold them and put them away has changed so much for me, and it's just really helped. And it sounds so silly, but just having this space to just let it sit if it needs to sit until I have time for it has been great, because my husband often will take the clothes out of the dryer and set them on this table, and then it just is there when I get home. I can quickly fold it and put it away, and we're good to go. And I just keep doing that system. I've also been trying to do 1 load of laundry a day, and if I do that, then oftentimes it just doesn't take near as long because they're smaller loads, and I can just kind of do it at the time that works for me. So I've really started to enjoy laundry a lot more because it's not so overwhelming. However, I say that now because, like I said, the videos are going to be kind of out of order. So a video ahead of this, probably you'll see where I have gotten really behind on laundry. But like I said, we've had a lot going on in the family, and it's just one of those things that life happens and you don't always stay on top of everything, and that's just how life works. So it's okay. You can cut yourself some slack, give yourself some grace, and do what you can do. So that's where we're at. We've honestly been in survival mode the last few weeks. So this is kind of refreshing, looking back and realizing, you know what? I did have my life together for a few weeks, and then, like I said, I didn't, but that's okay. So we're just going to go ahead and unload the laundry here and swap things over, and it's going to feel good to have the laundry caught up. Do you have any special laundry tips that work really well for you, or a laundry system or routine? I would really like to know in the comments if you have something that you would like to share that might help somebody else in the comments as well. I, like I said, have kind of always struggled with keeping up with laundry, but I will say the more I have just stuck with doing 1 load a day, the better I am. If I skip 1 or 2 days, I am regretting it. It's amazing how quickly the piles pile up. You don't think about it until you do skip a couple days. Or like I said, when I was gone for several days with our situation, I definitely came home and was like, oh my goodness, just being gone from the house for a couple days made a huge difference in just the cleanliness and the tidiness, and definitely in the laundry. So let me know below how you kind of keep up with all the things in the house, and if you have any tips to help others, we would love to hear it. I was talking earlier about chores for the kids, and one thing that they do have on their chores that they do and they always have done is put their own clothes away. I say always have done, as long as they've been old enough, they've been putting their own clothes away. So I have those 2 little laundry baskets, one for the boys and one for Malia. And once I have all their clothes that they can put away in their drawers in those, they can put all of those away themselves. They're also responsible for getting all of their dirty clothes to the laundry room. And there's certain bins that they know which laundry hamper to put them in. So that works really well for us. And then having this family closet really helps a lot. Now for the fun part, I needed to give our dog a bath because it was really rainy and muddy here the last few days, and she has been getting into trouble. She loves to be outside. If it weren't for her being so tiny, I seriously think she would be better as an outdoor dog because she just loves it so much when she's out there. She gets the zoomies and she just runs around and she chases the cows and all the birds and the rabbits, and anything she can get into, she does. So it's so funny to watch her, but she did get pretty muddy. So we are going to go ahead and give her a bath. She is getting better, but she doesn't really love baths. She does better, like I said. She does pretty good with me. I can't complain, but normally we take her to the groomer and do all of that, but we haven't been able to get her in because the timing is just not working. So like I said, she got really muddy, so we're just gonna give her a quick bath. She does desperately also need a haircut, but we have one scheduled, so hopefully we can make it work. I think I had to cancel the last one, so she's a little bit overdue, but I love having this little handheld sprayer in my tub. It works great. I use it for my daughter's hair also, but it really works good for our dog's bath as well. And having her in a deep tub like this, she doesn't like try to jump out and stuff. If I do it like in a sink or something, she always tries to jump out, or she shakes and gets it everywhere, and I can't stand that. So we're just doing it in the bathtub, and then I can sanitize the tub and not have to worry about it, and it works great. I haven't talked much about our dog, so just for a quick story on her. Her name is Belle, and she is a toy Aussie Doodle. She probably weighs about 6 pounds or so. She's pretty petite and tiny, and when she's wet, she really does look like a little drowned rat. But once she dries off and gets fluffy again, her hair's kind of, I wouldn't say it's curly, but it's wavy. It definitely has some poodle, so she doesn't shed at all, which is my favorite thing because I was really hesitant on getting an indoor animal in the first place, but mostly because of the hair. I cannot stand having dog hair or animal hair on my clothes or anything. So anyway, she's looking kind of scary. She's, like I said, way overdue for her groom, but we are making it work, and you'll see she'll fluff up by the end of this. But at first, when she's wet, she's not near as cute as when she is dry and normal looking. So right now we're in the drowned rat stage, but you can kind of see there how curly her hair is. It's not like super curly, but it's curly enough that, like I said, she definitely has that poodle side to her, and that's what keeps her from shedding, and that is my favorite part. So poor thing can barely see with that long hair over her eyes, but we're gonna get it fixed. Gonna clean out this tub now because it's absolutely disgusting. Okay, now that we got the tub all rinsed out, we're going to go ahead and clean it. So I just use the same method I do on the sink. So Dawn Power Wash and some of the Pink Stuff cream cleanser, and then we're just going to scrub it all down with a Scrub Daddy. I have so many of these Scrub Daddies that I use for different areas, so they just really work in every space, I feel like. So just going to give it a good scrub down, and then it will be much cleaner. And don't forget, once it's clean, you do want to go in with the disinfectant, especially since we washed the dog. But I like to do this every once in a while anyway, just to kind of keep everything nice and clean. So I just spray the Jaws disinfecting spray, let it set for a little bit, and then I rinsed it out again. But now I'm going to take a short little break and do my Bible reading for the day. I've been trying to read as much as I can. If I read 4 chapters a day for 40 days, I would have had it read, but I've fallen off that wagon with everything going on, and that's okay. I did go ahead and do a Walmart pickup order, and my sweet boys are helping me unload. They are really good about knowing when I've gone to Walmart just to go ahead and throw some shoes on and help their mama, so I appreciate that more than they know. Their dad, of course, encourages this, which is super nice. So just going to go ahead and get everything put away while they're carrying stuff in, and it goes a lot faster when you have help with this. I used to dread going to get groceries for the mere fact that I had to unload everything and put everything away by myself because my husband worked night shift and I had little kids at home, so it was just such a task, and I just dreaded it every week. But now they have amazing things like Walmart pickup, so that saves me a lot of time. And then, like I said, my boys are old enough and are really good about helping. So, and now my husband doesn't work night shifts, so that's another blessing in itself, and it is just so much nicer this way. So, gonna get all this put away and keep going. We are almost done. You will see us taking stuff back outside, and that's because we do have that deep freeze in the garage that I like to keep a lot of our freezer items that we don't use on the daily or bulk items. So I had Mason run one load out there, and then I end up taking another load. But we're going to go ahead and decant some of those boxes here in a little bit, put all of our pastas away. I had some shampoo and conditioner and some vinegar for my laundry and different things like that, and then take that stuff out to the freezer and some cleaning supplies to put away. And then now we're ready to get ready to put the noodles and the rice and everything in their containers. But before I do that, I want to rinse off these grapes. I like to let them soak in vinegar and water and baking soda to kind of just get some of the grime off before we put them in the fridge. Okay, I'm curious. Are you team decant as much as you can, or are you team just leave it in the boxes and go with it? I am 100% all for taking things out of the original boxes and putting them in clear containers. It just makes me happy to see it all like this rather than just seeing all the different color boxes, and it's just very overwhelming when I have too much color and too much, just too many things going on. I love this little system I've got going on. I've got all my pastas and rice up here in this cabinet. Ignore the doorbell. That's just the neighbor kids coming over to play, and I love it. The boys have so much fun. Well, all of my kids have so much fun with the neighbor kids. They're all the same ages. They're in the same classes at school, and they just run and play. We have 80 acres, so they have plenty of room to run, and it's just really fun to have them grow up together and just make memories. And also, I am getting a lot done around the house. As soon as I'm done with this voiceover, I am recording another video of deep cleaning my entire house because it is the worst it's ever been, and I'm not exaggerating. So I'm getting a lot done. They're having fun, so it's a win-win. But now we're going to go ahead and finish up some homework. We're winding down for the night. Mason has strep throat, so he has a little message for you. As I said before, this video was recorded a couple weeks ago, and we did have a little battle with strep throat. I didn't know this at the time, but Mason started with strep throat, and then Miles ended up with it, and I as well. So we all three had a bout of the strep throat, which was very interesting. I haven't had strep throat in a long time, and it was not fun, I will say. So we're all good now. Everything is fine. If worse comes to worse, I'd rather have strep throat than a lot of other things, I guess. So we got it all taken care of, and so far nobody else got it. I think we're out of the clear on that, but gonna go ahead and rinse off these grapes. They've been sitting in this water, so I just want to rinse them off and let them dry for a little while before we put them back in the refrigerator. Finally, my day is complete, and I'm ready for a nice little bubble bath to relax and get ready for bed. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. We would love to have you. Like I said, the next video I'm not sure what order everything's going to go in, but I definitely need to deep clean my house, and we have a lot more decluttering to do. So join us for more fun.